That's a bit messy. Oh well. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning into Cooper's Keys. In this video, we'll be going over the song People Need the Lord. I know we're still waiting on that Great is Thy Faithfulness part 2, but don't worry about that. That's coming. So we have People Need the Lord for this lesson. Not to say that it's a lesser song, because by no means this is one of the heavyweights in gospel music. So this song is in the key of C, okay? And whenever I come to do a song tutorial or song study, I always ask myself, what can I learn about music from this song, whether it's transitions, arrangements, lyrics, or writing, whatever the case is. I want to pick something up from every song I look at and study. So in this song, I'll try and do the same. So one of the main things I get from this song is adding space and adding atmosphere, and also control. It's a very meaningful song, very powerful words in there, like laughter hides their silent cries, and some other great lyrics in this song. So we try and match that with the music. Okay, so it begins in the key of C. Now, a plain old C is just not enough for a gospel musician, so we got to do something to it. Well, what else can we do to it? Well, we can add the 9. Generally speaking, if you're on the 1 chord, adding the 9 to your C, to your 1 chord is not gonna harm your chord. So I assume everybody, so it's not fun in telling you how to build a C major chord, because I assume everybody knows how to build a C major chord, but that's not what we're doing. So we want to add the 9. So you could either substitute that 3 for the 9 that way, and you can just take that chord and roll up the piano. Now here's the thing. Instead of thinking of this as a C major chord, you could think of it as a G over a C, right? As a G sus over the C. Why would you do that? Well, a couple reasons. The first one is that it gives you, it really frees up your brain power. If you're thinking of this as a C chord, and you're thinking of a 9, and you're thinking of a 7, major 7, it can get confusing, especially if you take it to other chords. You take the same knowledge and apply it to other chords. But if you think of it as a 5 over the 1 sus, right? Or just the 5 over the 1, then you're just using triads. So we're back to plain old triads. And I started this video by saying triads are just not enough for a gospel musician, but I guess I'll take that back as soon as I say it, because triads can be enough if you apply them the proper way. So if you apply them as a slash chord, we have a G over a C chord here. We have a C chord, or a C bass rather, and then a G chord. I know I've spoken about these concepts before, but I'm going to be going over them over and over again, and this is one of the things I really hammer in on the website at cooperskeys.com. So let's look at this. Matter of fact, the first chord is going to be a G over a C, which is standard. It goes to an F over a C, then a C over an F, okay, then a G. Well, you see, how is this a C? Well, it's a C, right? I'm doing it again, right? So I'm telling you here, we have a C, F major. There's a number of ways of looking at this, right? So it's an F major 7 with a 9, or simply a C major over the F. Now, which is easier for your brain? I humbly submit to you that I think the C over the F is easier, because it not only is it easier, but it allows you to do stuff up here, this side on the piano, in terms of creating space and adding atmosphere, because all you're thinking about is, I've got a C major triad, and everybody knows what a C major triad is, and everybody knows what to do with a C major triad. But if I'm just thinking, oh my god, I just need to hit the 7 and the 9, you may make mistakes, right? You may make mistakes. You don't think that way. Just take the same building blocks that you know and just use triads. So I'll recap. Right, G over C, F over C, G. Okay, now I want to do this differently, so let's go over the chords in a much simpler way. So C, every day they pass me by. C. I can see it in their eyes. Sorry. That's gonna be again same thing. We're getting to the E minor there. So C major. What can I do on the C major? First, I need to know the melody line, right? I went to the G. Okay, so I'm kind of doing extra stuff here, but in the basic sense, it's. And if I was to not play the melody, right? I mean, you want to know the melody first, and then dispose of it afterwards. So if I'm not playing the melody, I'm just filling in. I would have a C, G, F. Can you see how I'm just playing with a C major triad, G major triad, F major triad? Whatever you want to do. I mean, triads are just simple, right? And if you're a triad expert, then you could add the 9. So you could I'm just sliding off the 9 for each one of those triads, but I'm still thinking C, G, F, because that's the meat and potato. Yeah. Okay, so when we get to this section of the song, I want to think of the E minor 911. So if we take out E minor and just call it a minor 911, and then apply that to the A as well. Okay, well now that sounds like it's almost complicated, but it's not. So again, I'm just thinking triads. So I have an E minor, right? What have I got on top? A G major. So the third in my triad, 1, 3, 5, G major over the minor chord gives me a G major. If I do the same with A minor, I've got A minor, I'm going to use a C, that's the third in my triad. Do you see how much freedom that gives me? I'm playing a C over the A minor, okay? Well, I have another minor triad here, which is a D minor triad, but if the third in the minor triad is F, then I already know, yay, I've got an F major triad I can play with, right? G sus. Think of the D, the F triad there. Dynamics are very important in this song. Unfortunately, that's all I have time for, but I hope I taught you something about going back to the basics and using triads, yeah, thinking about chords a bit differently, creating atmosphere and adding dynamics into your music. I'll see you guys in another video.